Marvel Studios has stated that ever since the beginning, ever since the start of the franchise that is the MCU, they were always thinking 5 to 10 years out. And this has been something that's helped them greatly because they can always adjust, move things around, and still kind of know what their end goal is going to be. And we finally recently learned that the original plan for the Scarlet Witch was exactly what we heard all the way back in the day. And that's that her character was meant to first be introduced in the first Doctor Strange. So it's honestly kind of refreshing to have Kevin Feige directly speak about things that we heard as rumors all the way back years ago at this point. Way back before the original Doctor Strange was even announced, I specifically remember this, because Fox and Marvel were in this weird arms race to get Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch on the screen first. And obviously we know how that lined up with X-Men and Age of Ultron. Now, recently speaking with the Bionic Buzz, Kevin Feige openly talked about the Scarlet Witch and her original appearance in the MCU and how different it could have been. And he specifically said that when they were developing the first Doctor Strange, that the idea was that she would be in that film, that we would automatically get into the magical side of it. The Scarlet Witch would be a character that goes hand in hand with Doctor Strange, and that the story there would have focused on both of them, obviously being these magical characters in a different corner of the Marvel universe, still disconnected from the rest of the stuff that we're seeing, just like Doctor Strange largely was. But he says as they continue to evolve the project and as they look at what they were doing with the other projects, they realized that Age of Ultron, the story that they were developing, could work right there, and that they had an interesting new way to introduce that character and her brother and have them service the story and the evolution of the character with what they're planning, and let Doctor Strange do his own thing so it doesn't feel like they're throwing too much and too many new characters into a Doctor Strange film. So ultimately they decided to go the Age of Ultron route, and he says that he's very thankful that they did it the way that they did because everything worked out for the best in the end. And I think that's pretty safe to say that I think he's right. I mean, if you threw Scarlet Witch into Doctor Strange 1, think of how different Age of Ultron, for better or for worse, would be, and think of how different Doctor Strange would be. Because there's no way the film would have just been able to develop him as much as they did. So again, you kind of just look at the alternative version, you go, yeah, we probably got the best outcome of this. But in the infinite multiverse, we could probably see what would have happened in the other outcome. And they'll probably put it in like a movie or something. One of those what if episodes.